Hi, I'm Sheilaa Hite, world-class astrologer, tarot master, spellcaster, medium, and all-around magical being. And I'm here today to talk to you about this week's astrology. First of all, happy June. We're last in the month of June, and I don't know where the time went, but wow, a lot has happened in a short amount of time. So, we're going to begin with last week. I told you that Mercury, the messenger god, had arrived. Well, Mercury, the messenger god, is still holding court. Much of what will happen this week will be low key, will be mild, and that's a good thing because the rest of June, things get more intense from next week on. So we start with Wednesday when the planet Venus, the planet of relationships, the planet of balance, Venus makes it an opportunity aspect, that is to say, it is sextile the planet Jupiter, luck, blessings, expansion. So literally pay attention to the subtleties and notice that things are in your favor. Notice what those things are. Don't just say, well, no, it says no after 5. Notice what's happening. Notice who's in charge of whatever is going to be delivered before 5 and could be delivered after 5 if you approach it in just the right way. This is an aspect that I call work your luck. Work your luck when Venus is sextile Jupiter, because when there's a sextile, there is an opportunity. Thursday, you'll have Mercury sextile Mars, the planet of communication, the planet of how we gather and process information, will be in an opportunity aspect to Mars, the planet of how we do things, the planet of how things get done. So it's a good time to put your plans into action. All kinds of help from all kinds of places will arrive, and you will love that. So if you're wanting cooperation, it has to do with your putting it out there, putting your plans in motion. Also on Thursday, the planet Venus, well, we're hearing from Venus again. The planet Venus enters its own sign, Taurus. So Venus in Taurus is a great place to have it. We want the finer things in life. You see that lovely bauble, you don't see why you shouldn't have it. See that great purse, because Venus and Taurus rule purses. You see that great purse and you think, well, I know all the different wonderful ways I'd be able to wear it, so, price per wear, I'd be doing okay. Be careful not to overspend or overindulge in anything, and you will want to. And so you and you alone determine what overindulgence is, but a bit of self-honesty will go a long way, and have fun with it. Sunday, the planet Mercury, communication, is conjunct, that is together with the planet Jupiter. I call this the tall tales aspect. No matter what you do, now there's Mercury, there's the information, and there's Jupiter, which is expansive. No matter what you do, you'll want to build on it. So the desire to embellish your thoughts and ideas needs to be reined in unless you're writing a novel. If you're writing a novel, go for it, because you can make it anything you want. But when you're talking to people, when you're listening to people, hear what is actually being said instead of hearing what you want and adding to it. And say what actually needs to be said instead of adding things to what you're saying. So, and definitely it's called communication, which means it's a co-word, which means more than you. So not only as you speak with others, listen to others, hear what they're saying. And the last major thing to be aware of this week is also on Sunday, as we approach Sunday, Mercury, again, there's Mercury, leaves the sign of Gemini, leaves its own sign of Gemini, and enters the sign of Cancer, which means that your emotions, because Cancer is emotional, Mercury is more mental or logical, your emotions will want to take control, and they'll want to express themselves in appropriate and inappropriate ways. Please be mindful of this. Please remember that that's the program. For at least the month of June, that's the program. So be mindful of this and make sure you don't have to clean up after the emotional mess that can occur if you're not paying attention. Blurting things out is probably not the best thing to do with Mercury entering the sign of Cancer. A beautiful part of this is your intuition is strong, and pay attention to your intuition because it's delivering messages that you don't ordinarily get. It's delivering them more easily than they usually come to you. So pay attention. And this is also with Mercury going into the sign of Cancer, and Cancer has a tendency to pull back. This is the time for deep, honest, personal introspection. So take those times to go within. If you were thinking of going to a retreat, this is a great week to do it. If you were thinking in terms of just sitting down and working on your memoirs, this is a time to do it because it's Mercury writing and it's your memoirs. It's your story. And so whatever you do this week, understand that this is a mild week. It's Mercury and Jupiter and Mars and Venus have shown up to show you the way and to show you, to lead you in an easy fashion to whatever destination that marvelous Mercury conjunct Jupiter, the tall tales aspect of this week, can lead you to. So until next week, bye.